Verify the EMS set up the way you want it.
Yeah, I gotta go to normal at 35.
30 seconds, yeah. And the moon is there, boy. In all its splendor.
If you ever wanted to join NASA and fly its Lunar Lander, then look no further, this is the game for you. Lunar Flight on the Oculus Rift is the closest experience you can get to actually flying a lunar lander. You'd be forgiven for thinking that this game was made exclusively for virtual reality, as the developer has done such a good job in converting this game for the Oculus Rift. All the menus and text are perfectly readable and very easy to navigate. One of the unique features of this game is how you interact with the navigation settings for your vehicle. You simply look at the menu console in the cockpit, press a button on your gamepad and interact with it. Looking around the cockpit, everything seems to be scaled perfectly, and when you look down you can see that you're wearing a spacesuit and holding an Xbox controller, and this really helps with the immersion as it does mimic your position in real life as you are sitting on a chair with a controller in your hand. When you look around the cockpit you will see readouts and various screens and switches. All of them have a unique function and nothing here is just for show. Everything has a purpose and you will rely on them at all various stages. This really gives a sense of authenticity to your surrounds, as the vehicle really feels like it was designed by NASA engineers, and every aspect of the design and layout was mulled over for months by dozens of engineers. Looking further outside your cockpit, you see the desolate landscape of the moon. Its various shades of grey contrasting against the pitch black of space, and the only piece of real colour you see is the blue of your home planet. The graphics overall for this game are not what you would call next generation, but they don't have to be. The sharp contrast between light and dark areas give the game a realistic atmosphere, as this is how the harsh light from the sun would look if you were really standing on the moon. The sound design for this game is also perfectly implemented, as it uses real comms from NASA missions mixed in with ambient electronic background music. You also get audio messages when you're running low on fuel, and if you're hurtling out of control towards the ground or about to crash, the music will change to something a little bit more manic to ramp up the tension. Lunar Flight comes with 5 maps of various degrees of difficulty. The first 4 are all on the moon, but the final map is on Mars. The gravity is increased on Mars and you swap your grey landscape for a more distinct red dusty plain. There are a variety of mission types involving transporting cargo, acquiring data at survey locations and locating lost cargo. In addition to missions, there are time trial challenges complete with online leaderboards and a globally ranked pilots leaderboard ranked by experience. What makes this game really stand out is the control system. If you just go straight in and try to complete a mission, you are almost certain to fail. At first you will be a bit overwhelmed with the amount of control you have over the lander, as you control all 6 axes for the rotation of the craft, as well as having full control of the speed at which it's travelling. Every button and direction on your controller is used in some way to send commands to the thrusters on the vehicle. This can be frustrating at first to gamers who are used to an arcade style game, but Lunar Lander is more akin to a simulator than a game. If you spend 20 to 30 minutes getting used to just controlling the lander, you will start to really appreciate the thought and effort the programmers made to give you the feeling that what you are controlling has weight and inertia. This is the type of control system that is very intuitive and well thought out, but extremely hard to master. Also included is a multiplayer mode where you can go into deadly combat against other players. We would not recommend that you attempt this mode until you have completely mastered the control scheme, as newbies are lambs to the slaughter really in this game, as rockets will just rain down upon you and the only defence you have is to fire off flares as a rocket comes close and pray that they fool the guidance system of the attacker. Overall, Lunar Flight is one of the best VR experiences you can get today. It's certainly not a game you could give someone a quick demo on, but it's an experience that if you take your time and have some patience, you will be rewarded with one of the most challenging and fun experiences available on the Rift today.
Well, it's still below 0.